In this video, I want to show you why not paying down your debt and not having a strategy for it is literally costing you thousands of dollars and years of remaining in debt. And I'm just sick and tired of people being in debt. I want you to get out of debt, but too many people just aren't having a plan and they are confused why they're still in debt and they're not making any progress. It's because you don't have a plan. If that's you, I hope this video helps you. Here is our debt payment calculator. And first things first, we have to enter just some information on our debts, right? So we have the creditor type, we have credit card, personal loan, student loan. We have the current balances of each of the loan, we have the interest rates of each of the loans, and we have the minimum payments for each of the loans. Now, this information is going to help in the next step of the process where it actually starts calculating and shows us how much interest we're going to be paying and a debt-free date, which is really, really exciting. And this is what I want to show you. So we have our current balance, we have $40,000 in debt, our minimum payment's $300. This section here is to enter your monthly payment. So how much are you currently paying towards your debt? Okay, so you would put in however much you're currently paying. And again, the bottom section here would calculate everything. Now, what I want to show you first is why not having a strategy is literally costing you thousands of dollars. The strategy here, no snowball, it basically means no strategy. So what this calculator does when you choose this no strategy is it essentially takes about 40% of your minimum payment amount, which in this case is $300. 40% of that is about $125. And it calculates all of the interest that you'd be paying and how long it'd take to pay off each one of the loans and then what your debt-free date is. So look at this. You have $40,000 in debt. You have no plan. So you're basically paying $125. You're not even making minimums. And your interest is going through the roof. You're paying more in interest than you are in your actual debt. And I think a lot of people just don't realize this when they say, oh, I have $40,000 in debt. No, you actually have, potentially up to 43 extra $1,000 that you have to pay off and depending on how much you put toward your debt, and we'll get into how we do that in a second. But you can't forget about the interest that you're paying. Yes, you owe someone $40,000. If you're not paying it in a timely manner, it could get very, very expensive. So that's what this no snowball strategy is doing here. It's basically saying that this strategy sucks and you're going to just be in debt for the rest of your life. So now what I want you to do is I want you to click on the strategy section. There's a drop down here and there's actually two that would be excellent for you to use. I would say either one of them is perfect. So we have the debt snowball method and we have the debt avalanche method. The debt snowball method is where the calculator is going to rank your debt in order of lowest loan first, all the way down to highest loan. So the lowest loan is the priority, and that's the one where we're going to be pushing all of our extra money to and paying that down as quickly as we can. Then all that money gets snowballed or rolled into the next smallest, and then the next smallest, the next smallest, until all your debt's paid off. The debt avalanche method is similar, but with this one, we're paying off our highest interest rate first, and we're going all the way down to the lowest. So it's prioritizing the highest interest. And with this one, it actually is going to be the greatest cost benefit for you, again, because interest is such a killer. We just saw in that no strategy example what interest can really do. So paying down the highest interest rate first will save you the most money. The snowball method will likely give you more of a psychological boost because if you're paying off your smallest ones, you're going to keep getting these little wins as they tick off and you push them to the side and you no longer have debt with those. So let's look at what actually having a strategy looks like. So let's pick one of these two and let's start with the snowball method. So what we need to do is add a monthly payment. So let's just say we go crazy here and we just start paying the minimum payments, right? $300. And you see what it did there? So let me back out real quick. So the monthly payment, we added $300. Okay. And it basically chopped off $4,000 of interest and how many years? About 8 years, 7.5 years of being in debt just by getting to the minimum. Okay. So that's very significant. Now let's go even further because I think a lot of people just don't realize that adding a little extra money to your debt is going to make a huge, significant impact. Okay. So you see this $40,000 and you get all overwhelmed and it's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay this off, but little tiny increments, I'll show you this, right? So instead of the $300, let's add an extra $100 to this. And now look at the interest paid. It's almost $40,000, okay? And debt-free date is December 2046. I rest my case. I rest my case. The interest that's being paid on the loans went down $21,000, okay? In like 10 years of being in debt for an extra $100. So why are you not trying to figure out how to find an extra $100 in your monthly budget, okay, in your finances? $100. Would you do it for 8 years of your life back and $21,000? You know what you could do with $21,000? You can do a lot, okay? So let's go to a compounding interest calculator, and you can pick anyone that you see, whatever. Look at $21,000 here. We just make an initial deposit of $21,000, contribution amount $100, and over a 30-year time horizon with a estimated rate of return of 8%, which is pretty moderate. That $21,000 you got from your debt netted you a $378,000 account in an investing account. And again, this is projected, right? Just to be very clear, there's no guarantee of a return, right? You got to say that. But look at this, like the $21,000, you put in $57,000, which you could see right here in the graphic, and the interest that you gained on it was $321,000. So that's why you got to get rid of your interest as soon as possible so you can start building your interest and have it be on your side and not against you, because debt is the biggest wealth killer or the biggest wealth creator. It depends on what side of the coin you're on. If you're paying someone interest, you're getting poorer and they're getting wealthier, okay? But if you're building your own interest, you're getting way wealthier, okay? And you don't have to go through a middleman to make a payment. You do the thing and you put the money in. That's why going back to this debt payment calculator, like, it's so significant. And if we were to do this exercise again, right? $500, an extra $6,000 of interest in 3 years off your life of being debt free, okay? That's significant. Again, what's holding you back from trying to find an extra $100, $200 a month to apply to your debt to just crater your interest? Like, stop paying interest to other people and start building your own. And I just get really passionate about this because I talk to a lot of people about their personal finances, and so many people are they seem paralyzed with the amount of debt that they have and they don't think there's a way out. It's like, start with at least the minimum, okay? Do the minimum, because if you don't, we already saw what happens. Your interest explodes and it's awful. Start with the minimum and then try to find as much money as possible in your finances, in your budget, okay? And plan for debt. Make it a plan. Don't just wait till the end of the month and see if you have money or not and then make a payment if you do, right? Make a plan where debt is now part of your future finances and push money towards it. Now, this debt payment calculator is actually in the description of this video, along with 3 other bonus tools for you to help you level up your personal finances. So make sure to download those, check them out, and I will see you in the next one.